Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Tala village, dropping down Stephanie Hill. A big steep hill, that's for sure. But if you're lucky enough to live on the top of this hill, of course you do get a spectacality of a view indeed, straight out across those rooftops, those treetops, and of course looking out straight into the blue Mediterranean Sea. Unfortunately today that dust is still with us, so you can't really tell between the sky and that blue Mediterranean Sea. But I tell you what, Mr. Paul's dressed head to toe in blue, so that must mean one thing: all that's missing is you. Come on, get yourself on a big bird or a canoe, start paddling like crazy, because Paphos Cyprus, Marika and me, oh yeah, we're waiting especially for you. Now, got a bit of hoarse in the throat tonight. Well, I can feel it anyway. Today, not tonight. I'm even confusing the mornings, the afternoons and the evenings. Anyway, last night we were out in Lofty's bar. That's the karaoke bar. Well, it does a lot of other things as well, by the way. It's a drinking bar, it's a music bar, it's an entertainment bar, and now and again it transforms itself into a karaoke bar on a Wednesday and a Sunday night. And we had the great pleasure last night to go there. We were joined by quite a lot of the crew, including the girl in charge. That's our day man, yes. Lord Andy was there, Lady Ness was there, Princess Tracy was there, the greatest accountant in the world, that's our Lady Victoria, she was there. And of course, if she was there, that means the man who likes to tonk on a Romeo and Juliet, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Of course, our Lord Martin was there as well, and we even got him on camera. Yes, so if you do like to watch people make fools of themselves in a karaoke bar, don't forget to keep coming back now and again, because those videos will be coming on very soon indeed. And I understand they're difficult to watch, so please make sure you've got some earplugs or tissue paper at hand. But to watch, it's quite fun. It is quite fun to watch. And if you want to join us, perhaps come down on Wednesday, and you never know, we might be there prancing our stuff and singing a song in English or in Russian or whatever it might be. That's for sure. So we're wiggling and we're waggling through Lower Tala, and we're going to work our way towards the orange groves and olive groves of Kisonaga, and then slowly but surely descend down to the main Coral Bay road. So the main road from Paphos to the Paya area, that's where we're going. So we're wiggling and we're waggling. And you never know, you might get to learn something along the way. You might get to see something perhaps that you've not seen before. And maybe Paul might give you that little gem of information, but you might have to wait a long time for that, because as you understand, I'm a bit of an idiot in a blue hat with a pair of dark sunglasses, always walking around in the night. But there we go, that's me. You either like me or you don't. Luckily, 1 or 2 people do. So I'm having a little tonk of a cigar, by the way, courtesy of Baron of the Martin, and I've also got a coffee in my hand, which is courtesy of the Lord of all the Peacocks. Of course, that's our Lord Mark, and of course his girl, Lady Cheryl. Hopefully they had a spectacality of an anniversary the other night, and hopefully they'll be together for another, well, rest of their lives. And I wouldn't be surprised Cheryl will be making sure that his life is rather short, that's for sure. So, the weather, what could we say about the weather? Well, the temperatures are very good, so if you want to go on a beach, there's no problem. But of course, there's this dust in the atmosphere, which is stealing that little bit of blueness and makes it that little bit gloomy. And also, what can I say, it drains you a little bit, because you're filling your lungs with not only, well, cigar ash and smoke and rubbish like that, but also the dust that's in the atmosphere. And some of the older people, including myself in that, are feeling a little bit under the weather. So there we go. Be careful if you are out and about, and perhaps don't exert yourself too much. Just walk into that bar or go and lie on that beach and chill out and have a good day. They're forecasting for another couple of days it'll be in, and then of course after that, we're very close to June now, aren't we? So the temperature is going to be whacked up, and of course the skies will be blue and the sea will be blue. Mr. Paul, as usual, will be dressed in head to toe in blue, and you'll be getting on big birds and coming into Paphos, or perhaps on canoes and swimming like crazy. Yes, indeed. There's a new member on the channel. He came in and he's called Fooling Around on a Kayak. Hopefully he's watching, because he wants to come to Paphos. So all you got to do is chuck that kayak into some water by you and start paddling like crazy. And I'm pretty sure you'll be here very soon indeed. talking about a gentleman in downtown Llangollen. And of course, you've got the Llangollen Canal. He's got a canoe, so you can chuck that in that canal and slowly but surely work your way to Paphos, because we're all waiting, especially for Sir Michael of the Crompton. Come on, bring your family and get yourself to downtown Paphos. Now, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you guys that watch the show, and we do appreciate it very, very much indeed. And of course, I'd like to thank the people who keep the channel afloat. These are the guys that take that little bit of extra effort to go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and then they gift us that virtual coffee, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Some of them are very, very generous indeed, especially if you are loyal to Harold with a girl called Lady Pat. We thank you very, very much for those 10 coffees. We really, really do. Cheers. Let me have a quick slurp. You can't beat a nice hot latte coffee while you're driving through, what should we call it, the forest in downtown Kisoniga. This is Kisoniga now, by the way. So I'd like to say a big shout out to some of the people. Obviously, Dayman goes without question. Thank you very much. Martin, Victoria, thank you very much. Princess Tracy, thank you very, very much. Nantuich crew, thank you very, very much. Obviously, the Peacock crew, Peacock crew, that's Mark Sherrill. Of course, Princess Amelia and Princess Abigail, we thank you very, very much indeed. Lady Andrea, and of course her peacock, Sir Mart, we thank you very, very much indeed. The list goes on, and we do appreciate it, and we really, really do thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts once for watching us, and to keep on coming back for that little bit more of our madness. This is Kisoniga Village. You haven't got to put up with me for that much longer, because we're going to go a little bit further and drop down, and hopefully even on this misty day you are going to get a spectacality of a view indeed, straight out across to the Coral Bay Peninsula. And one or two people are wondering about Coral Bay, aren't they? They are rapidly now coming to a conclusion with all of the improvements on the Coral Bay Strip, and when it's done I'll go and put some scruffy shoes on and go and have a quick walk along it, especially for Lady Ali and of course our Lord Neil, and of course those 2 dads, Lord Mike and of course Sir Neil. Not Neil, no, Sir Brian. And I got a feeling that Sir Brian may be getting a promotion very, very soon indeed. So let's take a left, or should we? No, we'll go straight. We'll go straight because you're going to get a better view. I think you may have noticed that beyond that blue Range Rover, quite nice that actually, isn't it? Quite like that colour, yeah. But beyond that is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and that is the peninsula known as Coral Bay. So don't forget to keep coming back, because I will dismount and go and make a special little video for Lady Ali and my mate who's gone back to the UK now, and that is our Sir David Potter and his girl Lady Angie. It's great to see you guys, and hopefully we'll see you again very, very soon indeed. So, oh my goodness, look at that gridlock traffic. Andrea, come on, wake up, what's going on? She's having a power nap somewhere in downtown Norfolk, and probably fantasising about her candle that she's been given by one of the students in the school where she works. And as I was saying, it shows you that some kids really, really are fantastic, aren't they? They wrote her a lovely little card to say that she makes their day every single day, and gave her a rather nice looking candle. So hopefully you'll light that up and take away those smells of that dirty peacock, Sir of the Mart. Over there is the Baywatch. I'm telling you, I didn't get to bed because I couldn't go to bed last night till 2 o'clock, then I was up at 6 o'clock. Don't feel sorry for me, you don't have to, don't worry. And I'm a little bit worse for weather, even though I don't drink. It's the hours catching up on me, and the dust, and of course that thing called old age. Anyway, over there is the Bayside Kiosk, and that is one of the places that I took the Baron of the Martins to, and he bought some cigars here. I've never seen a man so happy to spend €600 on cigars, because if you're buying them in the UK, in some cases they are 2, 3 or 4 times the price. So now you understand why he was so happy. And the other night we had the great pleasure to go up into Andros, that's the man who owns the Pelicans restaurant, into his private office, and he showed us some of his cigar collection. And I tell you what a collection. And then he ummed and he ahed, he thought about giving us this cigar and then that cigar, and in the end he gave us a cigar that was, according to Martin when he googled it, £160 each. So he gave one to Martin and he gave one to me, and he said, all I ask you to do is smoke them on a special occasion. To which I replied to him, well, very, very soon, Lord of the Andros, is your birthday. We know you'll be off on your travels somewhere in the Middle East, I think he's going, but we will sit down and smoke that cigar. I'll send you a picture and you can tune into your little cameras in the restaurant and you can watch as a couple of idiots smoke a €160 cigar. But we will wish you a very, very happy birthday indeed. This is the final ascent. This is the link road now between the CU Beach Bar, very popular beach bar on the left hand side, and the downtown Coral Bay and Paya area. So a big shout out to some of the guys that like to have their daily fix of Cyprus, or maybe their daily fix of Mr. Paul, fingers crossed, you never know. But big shout out to Sir Daniel, he likes it, and of course there's a man in downtown south of France, he likes to tune in pretty much every day. Big shout out to Lord and Aldo, and of course his girl, Lady Sylvie, they'll be coming back to Paphos very, very soon indeed. And a big shout out to Sir of the Brian of the Yarrises. I think he's still in Paphos, and one of these days, hopefully, we will bump into each other and have a cup of tea and chew the fat. And of course, big shout out to some latest members that we met in downtown here in Paphos. He's a Lord of an Andy, and he's got a blonde beauty of his very, very own. And of course, that's our Lady Sarah. Hopefully, you'll come and see us in the Cape of Paphos Promenade and Harbour area before you return to downtown Bolton. And a big shout out to our Bev and our Owen, who were messaging to Lady Tracy when we were in the karaoke bar the other night. Thanks for watching, and of course I'll look forward to seeing you again very, very soon indeed. Same time, same place, driving around somewhere in Paphos. Thanks for watching. Now let's get this coffee drunk and let's get this cigar lit. That's an odd colour for a Range Rover, isn't it? That's like that weird matty coloured off-white. I prefer the blue one, to be honest. Although they do look good in black, don't they, as well? Anyway, that's the gossiping and chatting over. Coral Bay's coming up, and I'm going to leave the camera to roll, just so you get to see a little bit more of the beauty and the spectacality of the area known as Paphos. Thanks for watching. Absolutely everywhere. When it's all finished, I'm pretty sure it'll be all worth it, and hopefully we'll capture it on camera and do it justice. I assume that's a car park. Excellent. They'll be putting up some of these smart meters next one to charge us. Rant over, Lord Andy. As we can see, Coral Bay Main Strip is not open yet. Never mind, we'll come back in a couple of days and strut our stuff, especially for all of you guys that like to watch.